keeps going on about they've got everything in America. They're going to start manufacturing again, for example. They're going to start doing this, they're going to start doing that. They're going to be drill, as he says, drill baby drill, and it is basically looking at how they can boost. That seems to be their superpower, and without it, it's like kryptonite. So we're seeing a growing divide. So the US and Canada, the divide is happening. The EU, it's uneasy about the BRICS and the US energy policy. And Russia is turning inwards, eastwards, Ukraine and things like that, for talking about precious metals, minerals. That seems to be the trade going on for people's lives. So could all of this create a resource-based Cold War? One, it is, it's looking at the gold bars, the silver contracts, and the restricted export. Do you think that countries are quietly preparing for a global reset built on gold? Yes, I do think that. I think there's going to be a reset because the currency, the cash, there's not much value. It's devaluing. That's why everything costs more. Everything costs more. So that means the value of the dollar and the pound and wherever you are in the world is going up. So it will become worthless. Whereas this is the reason why people are looking at the precious metals, the gold and the silver, because it holds its value. And that's why I've been talking so much about this, because usually I'm talking about care. Usually I'm talking about healthcare businesses, but I also was aware from last year where I was like, wow, this inflation is going to kick us hard. So we need to prepare, we need to plan. And for me, I believe that the way to plan is by buying gold or silver or both. Each month, put a small amount of money to buy silver. Silver is the lowest at the moment, but yet silver is the one that's going to be used more than anything because they need it. It's a dual purpose. It's not just for vanity. It builds things. It's industrial. It's manufacturing. It is a key element to production. Warren Buffett, he brought 3,500 tons of silver many years ago. He does like a 30-year cycle. But he also put stocks into a mining, into a mine, a company that was dealing with mines, for example. And I have a video here somewhere to do with Warren Buffett, and also there's the weekly report as well. But I am not a financial advisor, and I cannot advise you on what you should invest in. All I can do is talk to you about what I've done and what I see other people doing. And in 2007, we brought scrap gold, we brought scrap silver, and we turned them into gold bars or coins or silver bars or silver coins, for example. I've been through, before this recession, because you might as well say this is a recession, I've been through 3 recessions in my business life, and this is the 4th one. And sometimes you know what it's like. You don't really take things on board when it happens the first time. Some people do, don't get me wrong. Some people are quick, savvy, and fast at picking up on things. It takes me a while. It really does. But what I'm seeing today is that we need to look at this gold and silver before the prices get higher. The prices got higher because the money, the value of the money is nothing. So it's made everything go higher. The silver and the gold, for example. But silver is at, it is low. It's a really good entry level to get into. And don't look at it as a quick fix. Look at it as a long-term thing. Look at it as for your pension. Look at it as for paying for a child's education, for example. Look at it as paying for a down payment on a house, for example. Look at it as a 5-10 year plan. Like Warren Buffett does. He's a master at this. He doesn't just jump. He waits, he analyzes, he sees, he looks at what the market is, and he's looking at the graphs of how things were, and he's building a picture, and he can see the patterns. And now I'm starting to see the patterns. It's taken me 30 odd years to pick up on this pattern. And gold and silver is a safe bet, for example. I mean, yes, you can build your portfolio getting other things. There's properties, but you got to buy at the right time. Look, you can even, I'll go into that on another day. That's going to be another video, for example. But there's gold and silver. You can buy them at dealers, or you can buy the scrap, gold or silver, for example, and turn it into coins, etc., bars, etc. Okay? There's lots of ways that you can do to prepare. But there is a global, I believe that we're preparing for a global reset, which is built on gold and silver. And I believe silver is going to be like the tortoise that won the race. Hair is gold, the hair is gold, and the tortoise is the silver. So let's just think about that. Think about the gold and silver and start purchasing, even if it's 1 coin a month at $35, for example. Buy a silver coin at $35, for example. Silver is low at the moment, but it is increasing. And I believe that that's going to become the dark horse. That's going to become the beautiful black horse that runs ahead and wins. Because of its use. These mines all around the world, they're running out. They've only got so much stock globally, and it will run out in 20 years according to the data. And that's why they're looking for more gold or silver mines. But even if they discover it, it's still going to take time to process it. Just because you find gold and silver doesn't mean to say it's like, oh, instant. They've got to work it. It's got to be, the miners have to go in and make it as it should be because they're qualified to do so, for example. So what do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that we're preparing for a quiet, well, I won't say quiet. Do you think that we're preparing for a global reset built on gold and silver? There's a lot of distractions out there at the moment. Bad and good. But try and look at what you can control right now. See, Russia isn't just mining gold. It's trying to build influence and possibly changing the global currency system. And tonight, I wanted to ask you that question, that because the answers are still buried deep in these vaults that we don't even know about.